Hello friends, last time we treated basic concept of waves. Today we are going to consider and then treat in detail properties of waves. There are about 5 or 6 properties of waves, namely reflection. The second one is refraction. All right. The third is diffraction. Okay. The fourth is polarization. Okay. Polarization. While the fifth one, the last but not the least, is interference. Interference of waves. All right. So these are the 5 properties of waves. We might have the 6th one, but let's just begin with these 5 properties. Okay, right away we start with number 1. All right? We start with number 1. Number 1 is reflection of waves. Reflection of waves. Okay? We are going to consider how waves can be reflected. When a set of waves move in a given direction and meet a plane surface, they tend to bounce back as another set of waves in a definite direction. Let me just explain what I've just said now. Let's take this as a set of waves, all right, moving in a given direction and then meeting a plane surface at this point. Remember, they are moving in this direction and then meeting a plane surface at this point. They bounce back as another set of waves. Okay? You see them, they bounce back as another set of waves in a definite direction, right? Given as follows. Okay, so when we have this, you can see we have something meaningful here. All right, when we have this, we say that the waves have been reflected. However, there is something of very much important that we need to take note of here. All right, this is known as the incident wavefront. All right, so the angle the incident wavefront sustained is known as the incident angle. I repeat, the angle the incident wavefront sustained is known as the incident angle. This is known as the reflected. All right, reflected wavefront. Okay, so the angle the reflected wavefront sustains at this point is known as the reflected angle. This is a plane, okay, a plane surface. All right, so that is it. So the conclusion here is that the angle sustained by the incident ray I is equal to the angle sustained by the reflected rays. That's the conclusion. That's the conclusion. So with this, we have schematically illustrated how waves can be what? Reflected. And this is known as reflection of waves. Now let's look at number 2. Let's see how waves can be refracted. And that brings us to refraction. Refraction of waves. Refraction of waves. Let's see how waves can be refracted. All right. Before that, let's see a schematic representation of that. We have an incident ray. Okay. We have a normal. Okay. All right. So that is it. Okay. The medium here